All right, everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a market report for February, for the Halifax real estate market for February of 2024. I'm just going to share my screen for those tuning in for the first time. Once again, I'm Tom Moore. I'm a realtor here with Remax in town, and today we are going to be going through several different neighborhoods in and around Halifax. At the end there, let's get to the top. But for those kind of tuning in for the first time, how we do this, stay here for the first slide. It'll be Bedford. I'll kind of walk you through the different stats, what they mean, all that good stuff. And then right along the bottom of the bar there on YouTube, you'll be able to scroll to your neighborhood of interest. And yeah, and as always, we're always looking forward to helping people with their move in Halifax, whether they're buying or selling. So feel free to reach out. My contact info is right there on the screen, or you can find my phone number in the description below. Without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so first we got Bedford, Nova Scotia. So again, this map, one of these will be on every neighborhood, and this is the area that we're pulling the data in for last month, February. And today is March the 6th, which is when I actually went ahead and got the data. So for Bedford stats, to start here, we've got total sales and days on market. In total sales, you're going to see 13 and 26. 13 is from January. 26 is from February. Days on market, we saw 50 in January, 22 in February. That kind of runs the gamut all the way down. First number is going to be January. Second number will be from February. Total sales, very self-explanatory. Days on market is how long, on average, a property sat on the market in Bedford before it was scooped up. Showings per listing and new listing. Again, we've got 7.3 in January, 6.9 in February. For new listings, we've got 24 in January, 35 in February. Showings per listing, again, this is the number of groups, families, whoever is going into that house before they're kind of starting that process, getting an accepted offer. New listings is, again, self-explanatory. Now, as we go through in towards the spring market, we're going to see that number continue to climb generally. That's what the bell curve, the historical bell curve tells us. And then once we get to kind of mid to late summer, we'll start to see it hit the peak and take a dive back down where it'll bottom out around end of December, start of January. Again, that bell curve represents generally both inventory as well as a number of buyers moving into the market. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go one way or the other, but that's when we see the highest amount of activity. Sale price to list price percentage. This is kind of if a house was for sale for $100, this is the amount it would have sold for. So in February, we would have seen it sell for 97.2%, which is pretty healthy, a little under ask. We're not seeing those giant over asking numbers that we used to. Generally, if it's above that 100% range, that means that most of the houses are going for at or above ask, which means it's definitely more of a seller's market, unless the agents have been pricing like they're crazy. Single family monthly comparison. This is pretty important. Again, a neighborhood like Bedford, you've got a pretty wide range of single family homes. So, you can get some oceanfront homes that are in the multi-million dollars, and you can get some more conservative homes that are certainly cheaper priced. But this is just to give you a general idea for kind of the overall Bedford market. Again, we've got single family homes, and we've also got the condos right below there. So for single families, we saw quite a big uptick of 100,000 to 752,000. The price per square foot on the single families went up about $5 to $287. And then in the condo monthly comparison, we saw it stay relatively similar at $332,500. And then the price per square foot, we saw it drop from $395 to $345. Okay, up next, we got Bridgewater, kind of more of a commuter area, located about an hour and 15 minutes down the South Shore, one of the main kind of town centers for the South Shore. Total sales, we had 6. Days on market was 14. Obviously quite a big decrease in terms of days on market means things are heating up a bit, or some of the stuff that had been sitting on there for a while has now gone. Showings per listing and new listing showings per listing, we had 5, new listings 11, so quite a significant uptick from January. Sale price to list price percentage dropped a bit from 99 to 97, so probably less people looking as well as selling in Bridgewater during the month of January. Single family monthly comparison was at 408,000. Now it's at 424,000. Price per square foot was at 235. Now it's at 190 a square foot. Clayton Park and Rockingham. Again, this is a pretty traditional, 70s, I guess, 80s neighborhood, located just off the Halifax Peninsula. Total sales, we saw 14. Days on market was 10. So that number's really starting to tick down there. Showings per listing, we saw 8.4, quite a lot of volume. New listings was 30. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw 98.1%. Again, pretty healthy, right? Nothing too crazy on either side of the pendulum there. And then the single family monthly comparison, we saw it tick up a bit to 685,000, with the price per square foot being $279 in January. It's now at $267 in February. Condo monthly comparison was at 381,000. It's now at 450,000. Price per square foot was 285. It's now at 321. And again, a lot of these neighborhoods, when we're looking at these overall price points, keep in mind we're pulling from a very large data set there. This is just to give you a general idea for price points in that area if you're shopping there, right? Think of it more of as an average, I guess, than a rule, if you will. Okay, Cole Harbour. Smart comment there. Total sales was 26. Days on market 14. Quite a few sales there in Cole Harbour. Days on market 14. A little bit longer. Showings per listing was 11.8, so they got good volume in there. New listings 19, pretty good on, well, a little bit of a deficit there on the replacement. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw it almost at 100%. So those numbers are quite frankly a little strange. Lots of sales, decent days on market, good showings per listing, which would imply that the sale price, there's a lot of people going through those houses, which implies probably a little bit of speed, but then at the same time, the days on market was a little longer. Sometimes what we see is something that's sat on the market for a little bit. Occasionally, it'll just get 2-3 people coming to that property after 2 weeks, 3 weeks on market, and then all of a sudden you're in a multiple offer situation, can drive that price range up. That might have happened there a few times in Cole Harbour. Single family monthly comparison was at 498. It's now 469, and the price per square foot went from 254 to 271 in January. Dartmouth. Total sales 29. Days on market, that's speedy, 6, right? Showings per listing 9.3. Again, decent amount of traffic there. New listings 42. Sale price to list price percentage 100% even, didn't change from January. Single family monthly comparison was at 510. It's now at 490. Price per square foot was 274. Now it's 278. Condo monthly comparison was 496 in the month of January. It's now at 610 month of February. Probably some stuff at King's Wharf there. Nice condo buildings. Price per square foot was 398. It's now 448. Downtown Halifax. We're just pulling from condos here. Not enough single family movement to really warrant a stat on that. Total sales and days on market. We saw this definitely heat up the month of February. Total sales was 5. Days on market also 5. That's pretty darn quick. Showings per listing, we saw 4. New listings 5. Sale price to list price percentage was 100%, and the condo monthly comparison was 995. That's a pretty strong condo market. Obviously, not a ton of showings. Things are going quick. Sale price to list price percentage is right there. So the seller's market, especially, it's pretty high end there too. So, there's obviously some buyers looking there. Price per square foot was $465 a square. Sorry, $654 in January, $645 in February. I've had I've had a few folks reach out over the last month here with kids who are going to school at Dal, SMU, and they're looking to enter that condo market as an alternative to having their kid pay rent. So, you know, wouldn't be shocked if we continue to see the condo market, um, you know, moving a decently upward trend in and around those universities. Now, downtown has a piece that I would consider part of the Dow, but a lot of that is in the south end and the west end. Well, actually, the south end, I should say, not so much in the west end. Eastern Passage and Cow Bay. Total sales was 7. Days on market was 6. Again, pretty speedy there. Showings per listing, not a huge amount, 5.1, and the new listings was 8. Sale price to list price percentage, 103.1%. Again, how many times have we done one of these videos and this area trends in that over asking portion? You know, they tend to be a little bit cheaper. You're 20 minutes away, although the showings per listings weren't very high there. The days on market were obviously very low, which matches right up with that sale price to list price percentage. Single family monthly comparison was at 435. It's now 418,000, and the price per square foot was at 279. It's now at 288. Okay, Eastern Shore, Lawrencetown. Kind of our cottage country to the north. Bit more foggy, bit more rugged, but great surfing. Really great sea kayaking and sailing up there as well. Total sales, 5. Days on market, 9. Showings per listing was 4.6 and new listings 10 even. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw it drop from just over 100% to 98%, but still quite strong market there. Single family monthly comparison, 335,000 in January, 485 in February. Price per square foot was at 291. It's now at 367. Pretty steep increase there. Might have had some ocean view stuff that went, because you can certainly get a bit more for your bang for your buck with ocean view. But I would consider that to be some of the cheaper ocean view properties within shot of the city for sure out that way. Enfield, usually if you go to the South Shore, it can ramp up a little bit more. South Shore is just a bit more desirable to folks in town. Enfield, this is out by the airport, a lot of new build going on out there. Total sales, 15. Days on market, 14. Showings per listing was 4.7 and new listings was 18. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw it stay pretty much the same at 99.6. Single family month comparison, 527 in January and pretty much 500 even in February. Price per square foot was at 260. It's now at 244. No big changes there. Fall River, again, kind of the original. This was when I was growing up, this was like a kind of this weird sort of rural spot, but at the same time, very nice homes on lakes, right? It was kind of our first like nice lakefront area that was, again, within striking distance of the city. Total sales we saw, I think I wrote that down wrong, 83. Yes, because the next one is 83. 83. All right. Well, unfortunately, we don't have the total sales there. Days on market. We saw it at 124. We've been seeing these days on market being pretty darn long out here. 83 is a bump down from 124. I can't really speak to it based on the total sales, but showings per listings, we saw 3.6, not a ton of showings. You know, it's a decently high priced, a little bit outside, and you don't have as many new builds as, say, a community like Bedford. So usually you're getting those bigger lots. You know, depends on the buyer. You got to have the right buyer in every area. But certainly been a little slower out here over the last couple of months. New listings, we saw 3 new listings. Sale price to list price percentage was at 93. That was definitely a bit of a buyer's market. Although there was only 2 sales, so who knows, maybe something went wrong in an inspection or something. List price percentage, or the February sale price to list price percentage was 97.1. That's a bit more normalized. Single family monthly comparison was at 890,000. It's now at 730,000. Again, on that higher end, sometimes you can really cut some deals if things have been sitting for a long time. So that might have also played into that lower number in January. Price per square foot, 347 in January, 270 in February. Okay, Hammonds, Plains, and Lucasville. Total sales and days on market. Total sales, we saw 17. Days on market, 20. Dropping from 38 the previous month. Showings per listing was 5, and then the new listings went from 35 to 34. So obviously, decent amount of inventory out there. Sale price to list price percentage, 98.5% and 96.7%. Keep in mind, for those looking out here, this was one of the areas that was definitely affected by the fires. I'd have to go back to last year's videos of these to see what those stats looked like. But, you know, there might be some people now that whatever it was last fall, end of last summer, we had those big fires. There might be some people that they had neighbors there that aren't there anymore. I mean, nobody died, but you know, that community may be a little bit different than when they planted roots or whatnot. Maybe they're looking to move, but obviously pretty strong new listings there over the last 2 months. Single family month comparison, 710,000 to 700,000. Price per square foot was at 305. It's now at 290. And those are nice big houses on nice big lots. North End Halifax. It's over there earlier today. Total sales, 12 days on market, 49 stayed the same. Geez, that is just very long. The thing that also might be driving that up would be the new build condo that is over on Gottingen. So you've got quite a few units there, or not new build, pre-construction condos. Sometimes they take a little bit longer to sell. That might be skewing that data a bit. Showings per listing and new listing. Showings per listing, we saw 6.3. New listings was 12. Sale price to list price percentage stayed pretty much the same at 101.5%, which is an odd number considering the days on market. So I'm thinking that, yes, those pre-construction condos are driving that up. Single family monthly comparison was at 597. It's now at 625. Price per square foot was at 384. It's now at 446. And the condo monthly comparison was 330,000. It's now at 477,000. Price per square foot for the condos was 458. It's now 582. Sackville and Beaverbank. Total sales, days on market. Total sales, we had 45. This is a high volume area every month, right? Days on market, 15. Just a hair over 2 weeks. Showings per listing, 8.8. New listings, 45. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw 100% even. Again, there's these cases, right, where there's some that go over ask, some that go under ask, and then there's a couple that have been there for a week or two, and then all of a sudden, two buyers. They saw it, they've been thinking about it. Oh, you put an offer in? Oh, okay, you know. And sometimes in certain cases, people go like $1 or $2 over, and that still counts as an over asking, right? Single family month comparison, 495 in January, 485 in February. Price per square foot was 274. It's now 258. Spryfield and Armdale. This is a, you know, relatively reachable area of the city, obviously. You can get some pretty darn big lots, and it tends to be cheaper in that area for, you know, new build land than you might find in other, or houses on larger lots than you might find in other neighborhoods like Hammonds Plains, certain parts of Middle Sackville, and a couple that surrounding area, maybe by Tantallon and stuff like that. Spryfield, sometimes you can find things that are a little bit cheaper, just has a bit of a stigma. And the area in between Spryfield and kind of the ocean, like almost Peggy's Cove, that can be a little bit cheaper too. And the drive times can be very similar to those areas that I just previously mentioned. Total sales, 21, and days on market, 4. Showings per listing was 7.4, and new listing, 33. So the days on market obviously flying off the handle there at 4. New listings, 33. Sale price to list price percentage, 100%, pretty hot. Single family month comparison was 496. It's now 602. That looks like a couple of those new builds over in Governor's Brook there are moving pretty quick. Price per square foot was at 301. It's now 269. And the condo monthly comparison was 395. It's now 419. Price per square foot was 336. It's now 356. South End Halifax, our luxury neighborhood. Total sales was 13, days on market 18. Showings per listing was 6. New listings was 23, we'll say. I don't think the South End had 123 listings. So it looked like it moved from 11 to 23. Sale price to list price percentage was I don't want to say that it moved from that. I might have mistyped. It could be 12, it could be 23. It's probably actually 12. Sale price to list price percentage was 96.8%. Single family month comparison, 1.13 mil, and it dropped to 907,000. That's one of the lower numbers I've seen in the South End in quite a while for an average sale price. Parts of the West End and the South End certainly took a bit more of a tumble over the last year or two than some of the more moderately priced inventory that we've seen. But yeah, that's just kind of what the market's done. Price per square foot was $424. It's now $507. Condo monthly comparison was $458. It's now at $389. And the price per square foot for condos was $669 and down to $490. And as you can see, that's Governor's Brook probably, or sorry, the Goresbrook, that newer condo down there. I think there was one that actually went down on Barrington there. What's it called? The container ship building. Same builder, but tend to be a little bit smaller on the square footage side, but they're newer. So you get a bit of a higher price per square foot. So Shore stats. This is very nice cottage country down here. Total sales was 6 days on market was 68. Showings per listing was 3.4 even. New listings was 23. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw it move from 89.7 to 91.3. Single family monthly comparison was 495. It's now at 530,000. And the price per square foot was 327. It's now at 369. Sydney, Nova Scotia, capital of Cape Breton Island. Cheaper real estate, not a commuter area for Halifax, but I like to throw this in here. I've had a couple people ask for it. Total sales was 15 days on market, 5, which is pretty darn quick. Showings per listing 6.5. It's pretty healthy and for up there. And new listings was 12. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw it at 96.3 in January. It bumped up a couple points to 98.6. February single family monthly comparison was 250,000, just dropped to 245,000, a little $5,000 dip. Price per square foot was 198. It's now 183. So pretty even Steven there. Tantallon, Hubley. This was the other area that was kind of affected north of that Fisherman's Memorial Highway, just like almost where everything connects up there with Hammonds Plains. By the fires, I mean. Total sales was 4 days on market, 17. Showings per listing, we saw 5.9. New listings was 9. Sale price to list price percentage was 97.8%. And the single family monthly comparison was 622 in January, 616 in February. Price per square foot was 304 even. Timberlea in Beechville, kind of the area behind Bears Lake there. Little new build community going in there, as well as the new build community at the Brunello Estates, the golf course area. Total sales was 24 days on market, 2. Showings per listing, 10.3. And new listings, 18, which is obviously a decent amount less than almost half of what they had in January. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw 100% even. Single family month comparison was 540,000. It's now 620,000. Price per square foot was 265. It's now 300. Truro. Okay, we're coming up to the end here. This is a commuter town, full service town. I got a video on it on my neighborhood spotlights portion, but an hour away on a nice divided highway. Total sales 15. Days on market 8. Showings per listing 4.6 and new listings 15. Sale price to list price percentage is 100%. Single family monthly comparison was 355,000. It's now 269,000. Price per square foot was 197. It's now 176. West End Halifax. Total sales was 8. Days on market 23. Showings per listing was 9. And new listings was 7. Sale price to list price percentage was 98.5. Just a hair under asking, I guess. Single family monthly comparison, 779 in January, 692 in February. Price per square foot was 401 in January, and it's up $100 to 506 in February. Windsor, last slide here. Again, another nice kind of commuter area. Just had an accepted offer there yesterday. Too bad. Total sales, 12, and days on market 50. Showings per listing was 3.8 and new listings 20. Sale price to list price percentage 92.2%. Single family monthly comparison had a bit of a drop there from 377 to 285. Price per square foot was 277. It's now 192. All right, folks, as always, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Once again, I'm Tom Moore with RE/MAX here. If you got any questions on the market, need a showing, anything like that, always ready and willing to chat with you. So just reach out and we'll be in touch. Other than that, we'll see you in the next video. And I hope you have a great day.